Hello everyone, welcome back, hope it's doing good. So, you might know what map I'm in. I'm in Ocean Village. A map that, as you can probably see, is not very Christmassy. But, it is now December, and I'm going to be revamping this map into Christmas. So, the first thing that probably needs to be done is the floor. This floor is sand, and I'm going to change it to snow. And the water, I'm going to change into ice. I'm going to do these at the same time, mainly because it's not very interesting just to watch me change stuff into snow. So yeah, that's when I've done that. Okay, so I would say I did this on myself, but I actually did have a bit of help turning all this into snow and ice, so thank you to the people that helped me do that. Yeah, now all of this is snow, ice. This is actually sand around here that's painted white, because it looks better than just snow. All of this is now ice. So you can now slide everywhere. It's pretty cool. But still, this map is not very Christmassy. So now I'm going to be working on these houses. Okay, the first two houses have been repainted. This one, I've just stayed the exact same. I haven't moved it though, with some copier. I've added icicles, painted it red and white, changed the roof a little bit, and also added a zipline thing. Here, I've actually changed a little more. It says delivery thing in the back. You can go through. And if you did play the Wishlist Workshop, you probably recognise this as being exactly what they made in there. I've completely stolen it. So this guy's painting it. This guy's attaching the back thing. Somehow they managed to turn this much paper into this much. He's a magician, don't worry. And yeah, we also got a little bow on top. That's the first two houses. I'm now going to do these two, and then work in the main area over there. Okay, so the next bit's been done. Got this bridge is now looks pretty nice actually. And this house now been fully repainted with all the Christmas colours. So yeah, this one's fully painted. I'm now going to do this house, and I'm going to work on the boat too. Okay, I've done this and the boat. I'm going to show off the boat first. So I've done this with like the pretty colours that I've used for all the rest of them. And the reason why there's so many presents on the boat is basically the elves have dropped a bunch of presents in the water. And now they're fishing them all out. They've got one of the toys, a bunch of other presents, and I've obviously repainted the boat. Over here, this is quite cool actually in my opinion. Instead of going with what I've done with all the rest of the houses, I've actually gone for almost like a gingerbread house. With like the gumdrops up here. To look decent as chef hats. Little ornament gumdrops down here. All painted. With a very useful to-do list. Yeah, it's just a guy hat. Upstairs is the one repainted. Yeah, that's all that. And now I'm going to start working on the actual main island. Okay, I've done a bit in the main middle area. So I've obviously made these little guys here. And there's now this giant tree over here that took a load of attempts to actually build. But I think it turned out decently. Obviously this house has been repainted. And the person who owns this has lost a lot of their house. Like a whole chunk of their house now, just this really long chimney. Like, an absolute ton of their house. But, yeah, it's worth it. All around here, covered in snow, it looks quite nice. And there's obviously gnomes all around. These are green now. And yeah, that's this main area done. So now I'm going to work on the rest of the houses. And a bit more on the terrain outside too. Okay, so the next bit is done. This is the house that used to be able to like, buy potions. Now you can buy different presents. So in each one of these different presents, there's obviously a different item. Now the boomerang's the only one you actually need. I've decided to think I don't do in most revamps, which is actually add buckwind stashes. But these were the Christmas buckwind stashes, so I'll allow it. And yeah, you can get in here, get the present, press the button, and you can let everyone else in. So yeah, that's that bit done, and there's just 2 more houses, no, 3 to revamp. Okay, this area over here has now been done. So you got all these elves trying to build the sleigh, and not really working very well. And this guy's jumped out this whole box of very important parts, and now it's going all the way down the river. There's now a snowman over here who is melting. This is meant to be a snowman. This is meant to be a hat. Sort of. And over here, there is a snowman gnome who is sleeping in the nets. So yeah, that is most of this area down here done. All along the, coast. And now all I've got to do is revamp these 3 remaining houses. Okay, everything is now finished. The whole map is now done, and I'm going to give you guys the final tour. So in here, this is the gingerbread house, with a to-do list. Get the gnome to stop eating its walls. So yeah, the first house, we you see when you enter, all been repainted. Over here is the cooking station. Over here is where they make all the toys, and you can actually deliver yourself. Round back here is the first of 3 presents, which you need to go and get the boomerang for. Oh, also boomerang isn't allowed, obviously. Over here, there's a guy who's not realised it's winter and jumped in the ice. There'll be a Christmas tag up here when it gets added, because I'm assuming they're going to add a new one for this year. This is how our whole house has been repainted. All these houses completely repainted. Back here, there's a guy sleeping in the nets. Along with a lot of parts drifting along the sea. There's a melting snowman here. There's a box of very important parts, which are what's going away. There's these guys over here trying to build a sleigh. Over here is actually where you get the boomerang. That's where you get that from. You get all of that under the tree. I might put presents under there when it gets closer to Christmas. This house has been changed to now have a chimney. So you can go all the way down here. And yeah, there's a nice chimney. There's now a nice fire along here where you can toast marshmallows. And yourself. This boat over here, what's happened is the elves have dropped some presents in the lake. The lake is frozen over. And now they've got to try and fish out the presents. And his second stash. In here is the final stash. If you go up, that's the final one right there. So yeah, that's the whole map. Hope it's doing good, and goodbye.